everyone, this is the Wrestling Mark, and there could not be a better time to debut this show because we are less than 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, where a year's worth of action, tension, and feuding comes to a crashing collision in one night. And this year's WrestleMania has some of the most intriguing matchups I've seen in a long time. So let's get started with what many consider to be the biggest match of the night, Triple H and The Undertaker. Can the game be the one to finally end the dead man's perfect record at WrestleMania? Well, I am aware that Triple H did lose to Undertaker 10 years ago, but a lot has changed since then. Triple H has become champion 9 times in that time span, proving that he can hang with the likes of Jericho, Goldberg, Randy Orton, and John Cena. And he has the motivation of his longtime friend Shawn Michaels being out of wrestling because of Taker. Now, does this mean I think the game is going to easily destroy The Undertaker in this no-holds-barred match? Not at all. Taker is never one that you can count out in any match, especially not WrestleMania. But at the end of what could be a very barbaric encounter, Triple H may finally be the one standing tall as the one who ultimately took down the dead man. Next up, we have the very strange encounter of Michael Cole against Jerry Lawler. I'm still wondering who the heck's going to call this match while it's on TV. But I'm going to go and play devil's advocate here. I know a lot of people want to see Cole get his just desserts in this match, but I'm going to try and look at this from Cole's perspective. I can't help but think that this is much more than just whatever animosity Cole has against Lawler. This is about Michael Cole never getting any respect after trying to pay his dues as a broadcaster in WWE for nearly 15 years, constantly having to live in the shadow of Jim Ross. Yes, Cole has been very unprofessional in the past few months, but there was a time when JR could be just as much of an ass clown when he was living in the shadow of Gorilla Monsoon. Now, you might think that the King is just going to wipe the mat with this journalist, especially with Stone Cold Steve Austin as the referee for this match. But I'm not willing to completely count Cole out of this match. Not because he's under the tutelage of Jack Swagger, but because of the intangible of all that frustration he's going to try and take out. And hey, if Kevin Federline can beat John Cena, anything is possible in this game. That now brings us to our world title matches at WrestleMania, starting with Edge versus Alberto Del Rio. And while I'd like to say how much I hate Del Rio, think he's a spoiled aristocrat, and want to see Edge beat the holy hell out of him, I actually find Del Rio a breath of fresh air compared to the hell Edge went through last month with that witch Vicky Guerrero. Well, now that she's rode off on her broomstick to Raw, Edge only needs to focus on the WrestleMania match itself. Heck, even that walking tub of goo Brodus Clay doesn't scare me that much, because he can't grab a microphone and ban the spear from Edge. Actually, is Clay even capable of talking? Anyway, this doesn't mean Edge is going to have a cakewalk. Del Rio is a very vicious opponent. This guy has a mean streak in him, and right now, Edge may be lucky if he even makes it to the Georgia Dome in one piece. He could very well lose the title, but at least it's not because a harpy is trying to steal it and put it on her boy toy. So at last we come to The Miz versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. And do these guys even know they're facing each other? It's like they both seem hung up on having The Rock hosting this event. I mean, first Cena, who always seems focused on getting back the title, gets into this war of words with Rocky, and you'd think Miz would take advantage of this and focus on just Cena, but now he's going off making fun of The Rock. And by the way, Cena might have a point. I mean, this is The Rock's opportunity to prove he still loves this business, and he's only now going to return to Raw a week before WrestleMania? 6 weeks after his last appearance? Rocky, you had plenty of time to confront Cena and Miz together and nip this in the bud quickly, but now you're just going to look like a glory hog trying to steal the spotlight. I can't really predict who's going to win this match, but I'm genuinely concerned that whoever wins the title is going to be upstaged by someone who hasn't been at WrestleMania in 7 years. Still, I am definitely looking forward to WrestleMania, and I'm hoping all of you are looking forward to it as well. And until next time, I'm the Wrestling Mark.